Today's topic is how you can help improve workplace culture. We're going to talk about workplace culture, what it is, define it as far as from my perspective, and how does it affect your work environment. Then we'll get to the detail of what you can do specifically to improve your culture. And then stick around because I do have a bonus tip at the end. Now, this is near and dear to my heart, this topic of workplace culture. I've done it several times at different companies over the last 20 plus years, and all the way from a startup company all the way to corporate. So I come out from different angles, but hopefully this resonates with you as far as how you can apply it in your position. So let's first define what a workplace culture is. So in the many years I've been involved in this, from a startup to corporate level, the environment is basically something that you create for your employees, and it's the sum of your organizational traditions, how it interacts, attitudes, behaviors, and the values. So in this case, I would define that a healthy workplace culture, really it aligns with the company policies and how the employee behaves with the company's goals in mind. All at the same time, we have to focus on the well-being of the individual staff members. Now, how does this affect our work environment? Well, it helps to shape values, behavior in the overall working environment, while it can also affect how the employee interacts, makes decisions, and achieves their goals. Now let's look at the foundations of workplace culture and why they're so important. The workplace culture has several foundations that are built on. We'll talk about 4 of them. The first vital element is behavior. I mean, this is how the employee in the workplace interacts with others, clients, stakeholders, and includes work ethics, how they communicate, how they build relationships with their colleagues and clients. The second foundation is around the aspect of leadership. Those in managerial positions, they do play a critical role in setting the tone for the culture, with their actions and decisions and how they interact with colleagues. Their style and also plays a part in how the company is viewed internally as well as externally. The third is values and beliefs. They act as a guiding principle which many companies iterate throughout their employment period. These are in a place to ensure all employees have the same drive and ethics at work. And the fourth and last foundational point is traditions and incentives. They can play an important role in creating a culture that helps keep employees motivated. Traditions can consist of monthly or weekly team calls to everyone in the loop on what's happening around the business, and having targets to achieve which can lead to incentives or awards. So now let's get to how to improve your workplace culture. So I've identified 5 different points that I'll give you, and then you're going to have to figure out how to tie it with your individual circumstances. But I'd love to hear in the comments what you've implemented already and how it's working for you and what's not working. So the 5, lead by example. I think that's quite clear. You know, us mindful leaders, we lead from the front, not from the back. Foster a positive work environment. We all need positivity, even though we can go through a few things up and down in personal life also. But it's to project positivity. The next one is being able to adapt to change and open to change. This one, you know, not everyone has the same viewpoint of change. Some are very adverse to change. Some are both feet in and want the change, and then some are in between. And so identify this. And then, this is with your peers also. Because going together as a team means you have to work at different paces in order to make it teamwork. So the next one is empower others. So empowerment, positivity, you can do it. Delegate, empower others to come up with ideas, innovative ideas. And then the next one is build relationships across the organization. So we can't do it alone. We're not an army of one. Look outside of just your team as being the only cohesion, that it's your team and then there's everyone else. You as leaders need to venture out and create these connections, because at the end of the day, there will be times where you have to lean on each other in different departments. Or you have a close interaction with one team as far as the output from your team goes into their side. Well, there are going to be times where they need to understand and be empathetic if you can't meet, deadlines, or vice versa. So you need to establish these connections, meaningful connections, not ones that are built on, I need a favor. So, because as soon as you start being disingenuine, then all bets are off, right? Then it's really trading favors. And that's not a strong and thriving sort of relationship. Oh, great, you made it this far. Now you get the bonus tip. So I suggest as mindful leaders that we review our own company policy and we map some values from those policies into actionable items. Now, that you can implement within your team. This can also tie directly into performance evaluations. I have done this exercise numerous times and been very successful. This also shows at the higher levels, it communicates a top-down or connecting the path between the high level and how you're implementing crucial values, and you're translating those into workable items that you and your team can do. It is so powerful organizationally. So I want to get you to give that a try. And feel free to reach out to me and let me know how you're doing with that. It can be lengthy, but just broad brush strokes. Just put it together, see if it fits. Talk to your team about it, right? I think that once you have it down, the mapping, the one thing is then sit down one-on-one with your team members, and try to communicate a current state where they are at and how it maps up and how it maps to their sort of responsibilities. And I'll tell you, it will work, and they will have clarity and they'll have focus. So that's your bonus tip. Now, as part of this, you have to see there's a lot more emphasis on hiring the right employees and how that fits into your work culture. So you need to upfront work on this so that you can mentor your staff into the right frame of mind, supporting them and their values and the company's values, and being able to deliver on expectations. I recommend you check out this video, which goes through new hire job description recommendations. Thanks again.